Hello and welcome to a new video on my channel. I am pretty excited about all the new features that Swift 2.0 brings. To follow along, you will need to have installed XCode 12 beta, which requires minimum macOS 10.15.4. So let's get started. In this video, we'll cover the new app entry point, the lazy VStack, lazy HStack, and scroll to view position. As you open Xcode and create a new project, you will see some changes. The single view application project template is gone and now you need to select the app template. You can see there are other templates, but we'll talk them in other videos. Let's create the app by clicking on the app. Hit next. Let's name our project new swiftui 2020. And we'll hit next and create. As you can see, after the project is open, you don't see the app delegate and scene delegate, but if those are gone, where is the starting point for our app? If you take a closer look, there is a file with the name exactly as the project name. Let's open it. Swift 5.3 introduced a type-based program entry point that can be set using the @main attribute, and SwiftUI iteration uses that to its advantage. SwiftUI now provides the following struct that is called upon app launch. The struct conforms to the app protocol and it returns a body that will return a scene. And inside we see a window group that is a scene property. So inside it we can define our starting view hierarchy. We can set out navigation views, tab views, or app clips. When we click on the content view, we see the default hello world inside the text view, and it has a new padding. Let's hit resume and start the preview. Let's change the font to iPhone 11 Pro and we'll start to take a look at the lazy VStack and lazy HStack. Previously, SwiftUI views used to load all the content immediately, which led to performance and memory issues when populating huge amounts of data. This time, Apple has introduced new lazy horizontal and vertical stacks to load content as needed, if needed, thereby improving the performance of SwiftUI lists. So let's start and write some code. Let's wrap our text inside a VStack, like this. And then let's wrap this VStack into a scroll view. We don't have here a scroll view, but we can select an HStack and rename it with scroll view. But now we have only one item inside. For that, let's use a for each. And we'll say for 0 to 1000 index in. And we'll move this text over here. Okay, let's call this item and then pass the index here. As you can see, it works a little bit slowly. This is because I'm using the beta version. Let's hit save and hit refresh. Let's also remove this underscore. I missed that. And let's hit play. And now I can scroll. But you may say, I don't believe you. Maybe SwiftUI works well. So let me show you that SwiftUI loads all the views at the beginning. So I will create a struct. For this I will need to use the simulator. So let's create a struct and name this list item it will conform to view protocol. And here we'll need a body. Let's indent the code. Okay. And here I will move this text like this, and the list type and the list item will receive an index. This will be a var, it will be an int. Let me write an init function, and we'll say index, that will be an int, and inside the init we'll say self.index equal with index, and we'll print the index value item like this. Okay, and now here inside the for each we'll use the item and we'll pass the index. Let's hit save. Let's start the simulator and run our program. And as you can see here in the console, the list item was initialized 1,000 times. Well, of course that's bad for performance. And as I said, Apple introduced lazy loading for the stacks and also for the list. So the only change you need to make is here. Before the VStack, you write lazy. And hit save, and let's refresh. And now, as you can see, we have 15 items printed, and if I scroll, the VStack generates items as they appear. Okay, let's wrap this scroll view inside the VStack. Okay, and let me copy this and paste it. Change this from vertical to horizontal. Okay, and here instead of VStack, I want to have an HStack, and let me give it a frame of 100 and alignment center. Let me refresh, and as you can see, these are the items printed for the vertical scrolling list, and these are the items that are added when scrolling horizontally. This brings a lot of performance and optimizations to swiftui lists and VStacks. Imagine that here you don't have a simple text, you have images that need to be loaded from the server, and loading them lazily, it will help a lot. Okay, and maybe when I created the scroll view, you saw something like Scrollview Reader. This behaves similarly to the geometry reader, and I will wrap our lazy VStack with it, and the Scrollview Reader gives us access to the scroll view. So scroll view in, and now I can here I need to add an ID, and the ID will be the index. And let's say when I tap on the item, I want that item to be the first on the top of the list. That's pretty simple, so I will say scrollview.scroll2, and I will pass the index, and also I will give it an anchor off top. Let's hit save, let's rebuild and reload our app. If I click on the item 20, it will scroll on top. Okay, let's try to add some animation to this. So let's wrap this scroll2 with the width animation. Okay, now if I'm clicking on the item number 20, You see the scrolling is animated. These are some pretty cool features that are brought to SwiftUI 2.0, and remember, you cannot use this with iOS 13. You will need to have a phone with iOS 14. We're gonna look at other new SwiftUI features like progress views, labels, links, color pickers, the new SwiftUI views for text editor, map kit, sign in with Apple, and many other things. Maybe we're gonna also create a new widget, but for now this is it. I hope you really like it because I'm really excited about all the changes that are coming to SwiftUI, and with a great adoption of iOS 13, it has never been a better time to start learning SwiftUI. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want to receive more news from myself, hit that subscribe button. Until the next time, I wish you all the best.